He never showed his face, he never took interviews, and yet he may be the greatest trader in the history of cryptocurrency. A man who started with just $1,000 and through a mix of genius, madness, and mathematical foresight turned it into $1 billion. He called the top of Bitcoin, he shorted Luna to its death, he disappeared without a trace. This is the story of GCRClassic, the invisible legend who outsmarted the entire market and then walked away. In a world obsessed with noise, tweets, influencers and hype, GCR was silence. His presence on crypto Twitter felt like a ghost in the machine. One account, an unchanging bird avatar, and words that read like prophecy. No selfies, no sponsors, just ideas. And trades that shook billion-dollar ecosystems. He didn't just win trades, he predicted collapses. And to those watching, it began to feel less like analysis and more like something supernatural. How could one anonymous trader beat an entire financial system designed to destroy him? The story begins in obscurity. 2017, he wasn't a whale, a hedge fund, or an insider. He was just a man, probably sitting in a dim room, with a laptop, an internet connection, and thousands of dollars. He called himself Gigantic Cassock Rebirth, a name as strange as his rise would become. Before crypto, he was a sports bettor, someone who learned the hard way that odds aren't luck. Their psychology, their math, they are people betting against each other's emotions. That training, that discipline would become the foundation of his empire. He treated markets like living organisms, irrational, fragile, predictable only when you understood their fear. By 2021, he was no longer just a trader. He was topping FTX profit leaderboards, quietly outperforming funds, institutions, and entire DAOs. Every time he tweeted, markets seemed to move. Every time he disappeared, panic followed. The bull run of 2021 was pure euphoria. Bitcoin hit a price of $69,000, new coins launched every day, Tom Brady and Larry David were in Super Bowl ads. Crypto wasn't a fringe experiment anymore, it was a religion. And then, in the middle of the mania, GCR tweeted 12 words that would define him forever. High confidence, we're very late in the cycle, secure your freedom if you want it. While the world was screaming to the moon, he quietly began to short everything. 40 coins, entire ecosystems, billions in open interest, betting that the dream would collapse. It was the big short played out in real time on Twitter. And when the bubble burst, GCR didn't just survive, he thrived. He made millions as altcoins imploded, he foresaw the downfall of exchanges, the collapse of stablecoins, and the long winter that would follow. People stopped calling him lucky, they started calling him prophetic. Then came the trade that would make him immortal. March 2022. The token Luna was the crown jewel of crypto, a so-called algorithmic stablecoin worth tens of billions. Its founder, Do Kwon, was worshipped like a god, and GCR, this faceless account on Twitter, publicly challenged him to a $10 million bet. He wagered that Luna would collapse within a year. Do Kwon accepted, and the crypto world watched in disbelief. And then it happened. The peg broke, the algorithm failed, the entire ecosystem disintegrated in days. People lost their life savings, funds were bankrupt, but GCR walked away with millions, his conviction rewarded, his legend sealed. He wasn't trading memes or chasing hype, he was trading human behavior, and human behavior is predictable. After the crash, he began warning of darker times. He said the market wasn't done bleeding. He said exchanges weren't safe. And months later, FTX collapsed. The same exchange where he once topped the leaderboards was gone. In 2023, he posted one final tweet, likely my last tweet regarding crypto. And then nothing, no updates, no explanations, just silence. The man who turned $1,000 into $1 billion vanished. For a year, no one heard of him, until April of 2024. As global tensions rose, Iran, Israel, markets plunging, Bitcoin crashed towards $60,000. And then, in the chaos, GCR returned. If you've been sidelined, this is a good opportunity to scale into high conviction tokens. If you're fully invested, just survive. Hold your spot positions and do not capitulate. Within minutes, the tweet exploded. Within hours, the markets stabilized. He didn't trade, he didn't promote, he just spoke, and billions listened. GCR's philosophy was simple, almost spiritual. He believed in contrarian truth, that when the crowd screamed one way, the truth always hid in the other. He often quoted George Soros, the father of reflexivity. I watch for signs a trend has gone too far. When it has, I go against it. But GCR added something deeper. He called it the tree of life, his private metaphor for balance, risk, and discipline. To him, the markets was not a battlefield, it was a mirror. It reflected greed, fear, and ego, and those who could master themselves could master it all. He once wrote, "Excess wealth is one of the most unfulfilling things you can ever obtain. Focus on health, on relationship, on life." It was a glimpse of humanity from a man who otherwise seemed like a machine. Today, no one knows where he is. Some say he is retired. Some believe he is quietly trading under another name. Others think he's gone for good, a ghost who outsmarted the Matrix and escaped. But his words still echo across the market. His strategies are studied, his trades dissected, and his name whispered like a myth among those who still believe in mastery over luck. He was more than a trader. He was proof that in a world built on chaos, clarity still wins. He started with $1,000, he built an empire from shadows, and when he was done, he left without a sound. This was GCRClassic, the ghost who beat the market. If you enjoyed this story, please make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden side of finance and crypto. Drop a comment below with who you want me to cover next, and hit that like button if you want this story to reach more people. Your support really helps bring these unseen stories to light. Thank you all for watching.